Would you believe me if I told you that I've earned up to $1,000 in cashback within the last 1 year on rent? Yep. Even myself, I couldn't believe it until I tried it out. And yes, it is 100% real. Your rent is probably your biggest monthly expense, and you can earn up to 4% in cashback on your rent payment. You can even earn points as well that you could use to travel the world. And you can do all of this just by paying your rent the smart way. I've done this for almost a year now. It works, and I'll tell you all about it. Comment below if you know that you could possibly earn cash back from just paying your rent. And if you did not know, you found this video for the first time, or it's the first time you are hearing about it, leave a comment below and give this video a thumbs up. Hey everyone, I'm Bisola Queen. If you're new here, thank you so much for joining. I would love for you to stick around by subscribing below. If you're returning, welcome back. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like watching it, and let me know in the comments what you think about it. So today I wanted to share with you some of the best ways I've been saving money in the last 1 year, and it's saving money on rent by earning cash back. You can also earn points as well if you love to travel. I'll give you both options so you can explore your preference. So who is this for? If you're someone who pays rent on a monthly basis, then did you know that you can actually earn cash back by just paying your rent? Yes, you can, using a platform called Chexy, and they make this payment on your behalf to your landlord. Then you'll be earning cash back or points on your credit card by using that. And the logic behind this is every single month we all have different expenses, and if you live in Canada with the rising cost of housing and rent, it is very likely that your rent would be the highest expense you have to incur monthly. So it can't match up with your utilities, your groceries, your phone bill. All of those things are on the side. They are really small in comparison to your rent. Unless you live in a very low cost housing, your rent is probably going to be what you spend money on the most. So now this platform called Chexy figured out a way to allow renters enjoy benefit from, instead of just giving all of their money to the landlord, you can put money back into your pocket. You can also enjoy some other benefits by using your credit card and earning rewards. And at the same time, it can help you with your credit as well. So what are some of the benefits of using Chexy or using this payment method to pay your landlord? And as we all know, most landlords don't accept credit cards, and that is where Chexy comes in. So what is Chexy? Chexy is a platform that allows you pay your landlord using a credit card, even if your landlord doesn't accept credit card and only accepts e-transfer or direct deposit, and you get to earn up to 4% cash back or more depending on the kind of credit card you use. What happens here is Chexy acts as the middleman between you and your landlord. So what Chexy does is they charge your credit card for the money, take the money and pay your landlord. So in the end, your landlord is still getting paid the regular way, which could be e-transfer, direct deposit, or even bill payment as well. So how does using Chexy actually benefit you as the renter? One, you can earn up to 4% cash back on your rent, depending on the kind of credit card you use. If you prefer to use a points-based credit card, you earn points that you can use towards travel, or you can redeem it for anything else as well. It also helps you with boosting your credit score for on-time payments on rent. As you know, once you use your credit card to make payments, if you pay back on time, your credit card balance, and you pay back in full, it will be reported to the credit bureau by your credit card company that you have good credit habits. So what this means is it will potentially boost your credit score. You can get access to more credits, and you can also get very good interest rate. But if you pay directly to your landlord using Interact or cash or direct debit, it doesn't benefit you in any way. And the third benefit is flexibility with due dates. This would come handy if occasionally you can't come up with the full rent payment, or maybe you just need some time to balance up the amount, or maybe you also just need some time to use your money for something else before using it for rent. So with a credit card, you typically have around 21 days to pay up your balance. So thankfully, once you're using your credit card to make that payment, you're able to buy some time until the next payment due date before you actually pay. Unlike when you pay directly to your landlord, you have to foot the entire amount and pay up the full amount on the first day of the month. So how do you actually get started with using Chexy? The first thing is for you to sign up. I would leave my referral link below so you can actually sign up and save some money using my link. Once you sign up on Chexy, you enter your rental information and your landlord details. This would be like your address, your place of residence, your landlord name, how they receive payments, email address, all of those personal details that you need to use to pay a landlord. Typically, it's not a lot of information, just very basic, and it takes barely 10 minutes to sign up. Next is for you to enter your credit card details. So this would be the card you're using to make payment to your landlord, and this is the card that will get charged for your rent payments. Next, they'll verify your identity and information. This is just to make sure that you are the real person and you are not being a victim of identity fraud or identity theft. And they would also ask you some basic information. I think it's done through a third-party platform called Plaid. With that, you can easily be verified in just few minutes. And once your account is fully set up, you can now pay your rent or schedule your rent in advance. So if your rent is due on the set day or day after, you can just pay it right there and then. And if your rent is due on a specific day of the month, you can go ahead and schedule it, because they would ask you a prompt to say on what days are your rents due or what days do you have to pay rent. Once you set it, then from there, on that set date, your landlord will be paid going forward. Now, what does Chexy actually do behind the scenes to pay your landlord as the middleman? The first thing they do is they charge your credit card 3 days before your rent is due. Now, once they charge your card, the fund is added to your Chexy wallet. Then on the due date for your rent, which is on the first day of the month, in this example that we're using, because I know some people's rent is probably due on the 15th or on the 20th, depending on the day you move. So on the day that your rent is actually due, Chexy would now go ahead and pay directly to your landlord from the balance in your wallet. The payment is completed via Interac, pre-authorized debit, or bill payment, depending on which one your landlord accepts. For most people, their landlord accepts Interac transfer, and that will be how they'll get the payment. So your landlord will receive a payment for the exact amount for your rent in their Interac email or by email. Now, it's important to mention that Chexy charges your credit card a 1.75% processing fee. So what this means is, regardless of however amount of money the rent is, they will charge you 1.75% on top of that. Now, if you have a credit card that rewards you 2% in cashback or more, you'll be left with a profit. So in order for you to benefit from using Chexy to pay your rent, that means the reward or cashback you're earning from your credit card is more than 1.75% for it to make sense. And I know there are some credit cards that offers 1% cashback. If that is the case, then you have to either get a credit card that pays you better cashback or a higher reward. So using my situation as an example, my monthly rent is $2,200 for a condo apartment here in Toronto. So I applied for the Scotiabank Momentum Visa Infinite credit card. And the reason I got this card is because they pay up to 4% cashback on recurring payments. This is very important for you to take note of. Even if your credit card offers you up to 10% or 6% cashback, you need to make sure that you earn that amount of cashback even on recurring payments. Why? Because Chexy charges your rent from your credit card as a recurring payment. So think of it like your monthly fees, like you pay Netflix or Spotify and all of those kind of things. They count as recurring payments. So that is the same way Chexy would charge your credit card for that transaction. So with this credit card, I earn 4% in cashback on recurring payments. Chexy charges 1.75% in processing fees. That leaves me with 2.25% in profits. Now let me take a look at my credit card statement to show you the exact numbers. Remember, my rent goes for $2,200. On my credit card statement, Chexy charged me $2,238.50. This includes the processing fee of 1.75%. So the cashback I earned in the previous month was $209.17. And the cashback I earned this month of February is $298.71, which leaves me with additional $89.54 in cashback. Now, if I take out the Chexy fees, which is $38.50, on top of the $2,200 that I actually pay in rent, now I've made a profit of $51.04. So multiply these by 12 months in a year, you'll be left with $600 in profit. As I said earlier, the kind of credit card you use would be very important. So what are some credit card recommendations that I have for you? The first one is the Neo Financial World Elite Mastercard. With this credit card, you can earn up to 5% cash back on groceries and 4% on recurring payments up to $500 per month. So what this means is, if your rent is going to be more than $500 in a month, you would only be earning 1% cashback on the excess amount. So let's say your rent is for $700 a month. On $500, you'll be earning a 4% cashback, and the remaining $200, you'll be earning a 1% cashback. This is also something to keep in mind. This card is perfect for recurring bill payments like Netflix, Spotify, rent if it's under $500, and some other kind of payments like that. The annual fee for this card is $125 a year. You get access to world-class airport lounge, and you also get to enjoy other benefits like travel insurance, mobile insurance, or car rental insurance. I really love this credit card because you can also earn up to 5% in cash back on groceries, which is very, very rare, and there is a plethora of other benefits as well. If you'd like to sign up for the Neo Financial World Elite Mastercard, I'll leave the referral link below so you can sign up using that link. My second recommended credit card is the one I currently use, which is the Scotiabank Momentum Visa Infinite card. With this card, you can earn up to 10% cash back on your first $2,000 spend once you apply and your card is approved. This is a very attractive welcome offer. Then you also earn 4% cash back on recurring payments up to $25,000 a year. The difference between this card and the Neo Financial credit card is this one allows you for more monthly spend, and you can even spend it in the beginning of the year, at the end of the year, whenever, unlike the new card that caps it at $500 every month. The annual fee for this card is $120 for a year, and the first year is typically waived. You also enjoy travel and mobile insurance on this card, as well as some other benefits as well. Now, I know you might be wondering, okay, if I still have to pay annual fee on all of these cards in order to enjoy the benefits, then what is really the benefit? Trust me, it is absolutely worth it. For example, here I show what it would look like for my annual spend and how much my cashback would be by the end of the year. As you can see, my rent is $2,200 on monthly basis, and the cashback I earn on monthly basis is around $88, which is slightly more because I also earn cashback on the 1.75% Chexy fees, but I'll leave it at $88 just for simplicity's sake. Then the Chexy fee comes up to $38.50 per month, and my net cashback is $49.50 every single month. This is what is also known as my profit, or how much I get to keep back in my pockets. Now, for the last month of the year, because my rent is over $25,000 at this point, then I would only be able to earn 4% cash back on $800, which would give me $32, and the remaining $1,400 would be at 1% cash back. Now, even though I net all of this, I'm still left with a profit at the end of the day, even for the month of December. So overall, I'm left with a profit at the end of the year of $562.50. Now, with my total profit of $562.50, let's say I want to now deduct the annual fee for this card, which is $120. I'll be left with $442.50 in profit. Now, while this might seem like it's small, it is still a lot of money to put back in your pocket. I was able to get a flight ticket round trip to Peru for about $400. So what this means is, just by earning that extra cash back in my pocket, I'm able to go on a vacation. And that is just from earning cash back on rent alone. Now imagine if I actually still use this card to pay for other things like gas, my subscriptions, or other payments of sorts. I will now still be earning additional cash back on this credit card. But for simplicity's sake, I just assumed I'm charging just one transaction, which is my rent on this card, and I'm still left with profit. And this is not only for cashback credit cards. If you also have a card that earns points, this could also be beneficial. Let's say, for example, you have the TD Aeroplan Infinite card, or you have the Amex Cobalt card. You would also be earning 1 point for every $1 spent. So what that means is, if I were charging on the same card, I would earn 2,200 points every single month, plus the fees that will be charged on the card, which will be slightly more. But for simplicity's sake, let's leave it at 2,200. And by the end of the year, I would have earned $26,400 in points. This is enough points to travel to any city in Canada, fly to most US states like New York, Miami, or Las Vegas, fly to London, UK, or even fly to any country in the Caribbean. This is worth collecting. Now is the time for you to stop giving all of your money to your landlord without earning any cashback or any returns on it. My recommendation would be for you to do the maths and see if it makes sense for you. So as you can see, this card is still beneficial regardless of whether you are earning points or you're earning cashback. However, there are some things you need to note before you start using Chexy to pay your rent. The first thing is the type of credit card determines the reward. Like I said earlier, if you use a cashback credit card that earns up to 4%, it is more rewarding than if you use a cashback credit card that gives you 3% on recurring transactions. Also, if you pay your credit card balance in full and on time, it would be rewarding. But if you don't pay back your balance on time and you incur interest, then it becomes futile, because now you incur interest which could potentially wipe off the profit that you made from your cashback. And at the same time, it would also be detrimental to your credit. Next is that the landlord doesn't need to sign up, which is what I absolutely love about this platform. So your landlord doesn't need to sign up on Chexy or whatsoever. As long as they accept payment using Interac or e-transfer, pre-authorized deposit or bill payment, you would be fine. The landlord doesn't need to set up or sign up on the platform. Chexy would pay them directly. It is also important to note that a credit card will be charged 3 days ahead before the payment is due. So you just need to pay attention to know that your rent will be taken from your card in advance. However, that doesn't matter because your landlord will be paid on the said date, which is your rent due date. Hopefully you find this video useful and you find it valuable. This is something that I've used for almost a year now. Very rewarding, very valuable, and I wish more Canadians are aware of this and they are utilizing this platform to put money back in their pockets. If you'll be signing up for the New World Elite MasterCard, I'll leave the link below so you can sign up with it. If you'd also be signing up for Chexy platform, I recommend you use my referral link. I'll leave it below as well. You'll be able to save additional $15 as well. Thank you so much for watching. If you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment below. If you have any questions for me as well, comment below and I'm happy to take all of your questions. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.